Thank you so much for sending me in your questions, particularly about confidence and self-esteem, because we all share the same problems. When you send me in these questions and I get to answer them, it's helping so many other people who are watching now. So here's the first question that's come in. Hi Marissa, I really need your help. I don't know how I can build my confidence up again after losing my job. I wasn't kept in my role because they made cuts and favored others. I need to pick myself up, but it's so hard with this recent rejection in my mind. Well, you have my sympathy, because human beings react very, very badly to rejection. Here's the truth. 500 years ago, you could have died from rejection. If you were banished, cast out, marooned, put into isolation, you probably wouldn't make it. We understand one thing. 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, survival was a numbers game. After all, if you've watched Game of Thrones, you understood that your survival was absolutely linked to belonging to a group. You were safe in a group, you were not safe on your own. And we always had this feeling, I will die from rejection. If I'm alone, I can't make it. That was true once. It isn't true now, but you know what? It actually still feels true. And then we hear all these songs, I'll die if you leave me. I can't live without you. I can't go on without you. And that's not true. But all these songs, don't leave me this way, convince you that rejection will kill you. It convinces you that we are fragile human beings who die from rejection. I'm going to tell you the truth. No, you don't. Imagine you could decide, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could decide to live in an apartment on your own forever, never see a soul, have Amazon deliver everything you need, and you might make it until you're 102. Wouldn't be fun, but some people live on their own with no people. I'm happy, I love my own company. But let's go back to you feel that the rejection has hurt you, damaged you, and you're not alone. I see many clients in my office who say, you know, I was bullied at school and to this day, I can't be around people. I got fired in front of everyone and I was so humiliated. I cannot get another job. So let's look at this. Your company made cuts. They kept on some people, not you, and you've taken that very personally, of course. But they may have kept other people on for reasons that you don't know. Perhaps they could multitask, perhaps they had more experience. We don't know why they kept them, and I can only tell you that I look back on my life. I've been fired, I've been let go of, I've been dumped, I've been rejected. Most of us will say, oh yes, I got fired from a job I loved. The person I thought I was going to make a future with, they moved on. But when I look back now, I am so glad. I was asked to leave college when I was 19. That was my fault. I wasn't applying myself. It ended up being one of the best things that ever happened. When I went back to studying later, I was ready to apply myself. When the love of my life dumped me, he did me the most enormous favor. So the only thing you can do is go, okay, they let me go. They didn't reject you. They didn't dump you. They let you go. They were forced to make cuts. It's a shame they didn't keep you, but they had to make a choice. And it's very hard to let people go. I've had to let go of people in our company that just weren't right for all kinds of reasons. And it's hard. For instance, we had a PR, and then we decided to get a big PR company, so our in-house PR became not right for us. That doesn't mean he wasn't amazing. Back to you. You have to change the language from they rejected me, they favored others over me. Because the way you feel is down to the language you use and the pictures you're making in your head. They rejected me, they preferred others, I wasn't enough. Tell yourself the truth, they let you go. That's a shame. But think about why you got that job, the qualities you had, what you learned. There is another job for you. It's probably better. You're going to find a better job in a better company with better people. You have to really tell yourself, I've got something to offer the world. You know, Robbie Williams was kicked out of Take That, and yet he went on to have an incredible career on his own. Might have never done that if he hadn't been kicked out. Piers Morgan was fired. He was a very famous newspaper editor in the UK. He was fired, and they got an amazing television presenting job. You can look at many people. Martha Stewart went to jail, but she's still here, and she's still got an amazing career. It's not what happens, it's what you make of it. Events don't affect you. I know that's hard to grasp. Being fired does not affect you. What you feel about being fired will affect you. Otherwise, Robbie would have said, they fired me. Well, that's the end of the world for me. But he didn't. He went, well, I'll be solo. I'll come back. You have to have the bounce back factor. Be like a big rubber ball. Say, hey, I'm going to be like Robbie Williams. I'm going to be like Piers Morgan and other people I can think of have been fired, been let go, been replaced. I'm going to move on. I'm going to remember I've got something to offer the world. I promise you, you have. So take your focus off being fired and rejected, because whatever you focus on, you get more of. And put your focus on why that company employed you, how long you were with them, what you did for them. Look at your skill set. Go to a new company, and if they say, what happened? Just say, oh, my last company made cuts, but I was ready to move on, and I was looking for something else anyway. I promise you, as long as you stop using those words, rejected, dumped, fired, let go of, and just understand that it happened. I had someone who was a nanny to my little girl. I have to say she was a terrible nanny, but I really liked her. One day I said, you know what, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're not cut out to be a nanny. You're a great girl. I like you so much, but this is not your calling. And I let her go, and she found a much better job. We're still friends. I still adore her. She just wasn't the job for her. And when she found a job that was, she was a million times happier. And sometimes that's how it is. I've been fired at least twice. Once I was let go of, just like you. They didn't have the money, and I was fired from something else. I don't even know what it was now. Oh yes, it was when I was a personal trainer. And both times I look back and they did me a favor. I'm so glad it happened. There was something way better for me, and there is something way, way better for you. Here's another one. Hi Marissa, I have such low self-esteem that I even feel hopeless about taking actions to try and overcome it. I'm not young. I hide in plain clothing and feel self-conscious about my looks. How can I stop feeling so down on myself? Well, do you know what self-esteem means? A lot of people don't, and that's perfectly okay. Self-esteem means what I think of myself. If I said, hey, I hold you in the highest esteem, that's what I think of you. But self-esteem is what you think of you. And again, a lot of the way you feel comes down to your words. I feel hopeless about taking action. I don't know how to overcome it. I'm not young. I hide in plain clothing. I feel self-conscious about my looks. So you need to stop all of that and decide that your looks, that's just the wrapping. So I'm going to pick some words out of your question. You say things like, I feel hopeless about taking action. I don't know how to overcome it. I'm not young. I wear plain clothing. I hide in plain clothing, and I feel self-conscious about my looks. But I want to tell you the truth. You are not your looks. You're not the numbers on your birth certificate. You're not the numbers on the scales. You're not the labels on your clothing. You're not your age. You're not your past. You're not any of those things. You are lovable exactly the way you are. You know, I had a very glamorous mother, but I loved my grandmother. She had big arms and she would hug me, and she was very frumpy, but I just loved everything. To me, she was the most beautiful person in the entire world. So I want you to start by changing your language. I want you to stop using the word hopeless, because it means I have no hope. I want you to stop using the word you're not young. Young doesn't mean anything. Many people say, you know, I never want to go back and be 25 again. I was a massive insecurities. When I was 17, I think I was one of the most insecure people in the world. And then I grew up. I got to like myself. I had to like me before other people would like me, because when they liked me and I was insecure, I always thought, well, they don't really like me. They like who they think I am, and that's not me at all. And stop hiding. Wear the clothes that you like. Be you. Don't feel self-conscious about your looks, because you're not your looks. Your looks are just the wrapping. Who you are inside is what matters. So I want you to stop berating yourself. I want you to start recording the way you talk to yourself. Let's imagine you get up, you look in the mirror and go, oh my God, look at the state of me. I'm not young, I look old, these clothes are very dowdy. Imagine if you shared your house with a roommate and the first thing you said was, well, you look terrible. I mean, you look hopeless. You don't look young. You're just hiding in those plain clothes. You're never going to make it. And you criticize them constantly throughout the whole weekend. They would find another roommate very fast. They'd find another place to live. You have to start being your own very best friend. You must be kind to yourself. You must love yourself. So how do I even do that when I hate what I see in the mirror? Well, you have to do it. You have to look at them and go, look at you. Look at me. I'm a warm person. I'm a kind person. I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. Smile at yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat your very best friend. Install a cheerleader who says, look at you. You can do this. You've got this. You see, there are many people who look stunningly gorgeous, breathtakingly beautiful, with designer clothes, who are miserable. I know, because many of those people are my clients. They come and they go, yeah, but you know, I look like this, but I'm unhappy. I've got everything, but I'm miserable, because they don't have what you don't have, self-esteem. And I have clients who are billionaires living on yachts with everything except self-esteem. Always saying, am I okay? Do I look okay? Did I do okay? The most important words you will ever hear in your entire life are the words you say to yourself. So start changing it. And here's how to go through your little paragraph and change it all. I want you to start by saying, I like myself. I'm a good person. I want you to say these 4 things over and over again. I am lovable just the way I am. I'm significant. I'm enough, and I matter. Every day you must say those. I'm lovable. I matter. I'm significant. I'm enough. And you can add to that, I like myself. I believe in myself. I'm a good person. Think of all the good things you've done. Think of every bit of praise you've ever had in your whole life. You say, I haven't had any. It's never too late. Praise yourself. There is nothing that will boost your self-esteem like praise, particularly your own praise. So you have to do it. Hey, look at you. There you are in the mirror. You're a good person. You're a nice person. You're real. You're genuine. You're authentic. You have a good heart. You're caring. I know all of these are true about you already. And then start, I'm taking action. I'm liking myself so much that other people like me too. As I raise my self-esteem, as you raise your sense of self-worth, self-value, self-image, and self-esteem, you give everyone around you consent to raise their sense of your worth and value and esteem. And stop hiding in plain sight. Wear what you want to wear. Wear bright colors. Somebody wrote to me a little while ago, in fact it's still up on YouTube, said, hey Marisa Peer, why do you wear young clothing? Why don't you dress like the old woman that you are, and you wave your hands around like a stupid person and everything you say is stupid? And I read that and thought, okay, I never actually thought a silk shirt had an age restriction on it, but you know what? I dress for me. I'm not going to dress to please you. I dress for me. Sorry, I don't like the way I dress, but I dress for myself. I'm not changing anytime soon. I'm not going to demure and frumpy because I like the way I dress. I don't mind if I wave my hand, and if you think what I say is stupid, that's fine. I think it isn't. My opinion mattered more to me than hers. I didn't let it in. If I'd let it in, I couldn't share it with you. I'd go, oh my God, I'm so hurt, I'm so sad, or I'm so angry, because I'd let it in. I didn't let it in. It went straight over my head, because it's her opinion, not my opinion. Your opinion is what matters to you. So wear bright, bold clothes, make a statement, go out, live your life. Be nice to yourself. Don't be down on yourself. Big up yourself. And so when your life is ending, no one says, oh, I wish I'd stopped drawing. I wish I'd been quiet and reclusive. They say, I wish I'd lived more. I wish I'd got up early, gone to bed late, and lived a life. This is your life. Grab it with both hands. Do what you want to do and do it for yourself. Have fun. Believe in yourself. Raise your own self-esteem with praise, because that will do it massively, powerfully, permanently. And remember, so many people listening thinking, wow, that could be me. Thanks for writing that letter. You've helped me. You've helped a lot of people today just by being so honest. But the things you said are opinions about you. They're not real. You're probably a lovely, wonderful, warm person, and you'll always be that way. So believe in yourself, be kind to yourself, live your life, and I wish you every success. Hey Marissa, I've moved to a new city recently for work and I only know my colleagues. How can I find the confidence to meet new people? I would really like to have a friendship group here, but I find it hard to get to know others. Well, I wonder why you find it hard, because you know, people like people. The whole COVID thing has made us all understand the truth. It is our relationships with people that make us feel good. I'm going to give you lots of hints about how to find friends, but the first thing you must do is decide you are a friend worth having. You are a person worth getting to know. If you find it hard to get to know others, that must mean that somewhere, somehow, you don't believe you're worth it. I want you to go, I'm worth being with. I'm a great friend. I have so much to offer. Say it, state it, think it, make it real, and then decide, okay, I want friends. Well, first of all, go to a gym, go to some classes. People love meeting people that have stuff in common. You do a workout and you go, oh my God, that was hard. Or wasn't that great? Didn't you love that teacher? Go to a gym, find things that you love. If you love Greenpeace or Friends of the Earth or running, in a city there will be running groups, conservation groups, something you can join. And when you find something you have an interest in, of course you'll make friends, because we like people who are like us. I went to something in London called Eat With. I went with my husband, and it was this amazing thing where you could just go to someone's house and they did these dinner parties. We met a girl there all on her own, and she invited us to go to her weekend house for the weekend. And we went and we had a great time. We met even more people, but she was on her own. She said, you know, I have to go to these events alone, but I meet people. They were small groups of 8 or 10 people. Never feel bad about being on your own. You're not alone. Alone means all one. But you have to make an effort. A lot of people think, hey, I'm just going to sit at home and manifest friends. No, you've got to put in the work. Think of the people you like. Do you like techie people? Do you like people who are fit? Do you like people who love cooking? Whatever you're interested in, find a group and join that group. There's nothing wrong with going to evening classes, going to cookery classes, joining IT, going to play golf, join a poker school. Do anything that will put you around people. Offer to walk someone's dog. Go onto the computer. There are so many different people looking for people like you. And the other thing that's important is wherever you live, go to the local hairdresser and talk to them. Go to the local salon, the local spa, and just get to know people. Don't be scared of going, hey, you look interesting, or gosh, I love what you're doing. That book that you're reading looks amazing. I chat to people in the nail spa all the time. And finally, the colleagues you have, let them know, hey, I've just moved here and I'd love to know where I should go. I want to go hiking on a Saturday. Is there a hiking group? I want to go somewhere. Where's the best restaurant? Please be confident enough to say, I'd love to meet more people. Could I join you for the weekend and meet your friends? They're not going, no, you can't. They're going to go, sure, of course. So be honest. Tell people, I'm just new here. I'm really interested in X, Y, Z. Could you recommend where I should go? And by the way, invite those people to your house, have a barbecue, have a picnic, invite them over, because they will bring other friends. And you just never know what you're going to find. One of my clients decided to walk a dog because she was so lonely. She walked an old lady's dog, and she started to date that lady's son, who happened to be there one day when she came to get the dog. You know, I didn't walk her dog to find a boyfriend, but I definitely found a boyfriend by walking her dog. There's lots of people that have camaraderie. You could even go to a shelter at the weekend and help feed newborn kittens. There's so many things that you could do. I'm not interested in that. That's fine. But if you want to meet people, put yourself out. Think about where they'll be. Volunteer. Do things. Join groups. Join online groups in your area too. And in no time at all, you will have friends. If you want a friend, be one. Think about the kind of friends you want. Decide that you are absolutely lovable. You're enough. You are worthy of friends. People are all around the world. We love people. We love meeting new people. When I moved to the canals in Venice, I didn't know anyone, and we met so many friends. We put ourselves out. I would walk those canals every day, and if I saw someone with a dog, I go, "Oh, your dog is so cute. What's his name? Can I pet him?" My husband would say, "How do you meet all these people?" I go, "I stop and talk to them." I go, "Oh, your garden is amazing." But I particularly use their pets. And I found myself getting, one day I was paddleboarding down the canal, and this person said, "Hey, drop your paddle, come and have a drink." So I had a drink. I called my husband. He came and joined us. And that was a wonderful community. But you have to make the first effort. You have to talk to people. And people like talking to people. Put yourself out. I've now got so many friends on the canals, but they didn't come to me. I went to them. The week I moved in, I had a dinner party. I invited people over. In fact, I'd lived there 5 days. I didn't even have any silverware. I had paper plates, but I just wanted to be a part of this community. And now I am in the same thing in my London home. I invite people over. I speak to people in stores, in the street. It sounds hard. It's easy. Fortune favors the brave. Just do it. The more you do it, the easier it is. The easier it is, the more you do it. And you will have enough friends. After all, you don't need many, but you'll have them. And join online groups too in your area. Learn to speak, learn to be vulnerable, learn to be yourself. And remember one final thing. The basis of all friendship is this: we choose people who share our vulnerability. Don't be scared to ask. Don't be scared to go, "Hey, I'm a bit bored. Would you like some company? Hey, I'd love to go to this movie. Would you like to come with me? I'm thinking of trying this restaurant. I'd love company." People who share their vulnerability have friends. People who go, "I'm perfect," who pretend that everything is okay, "I don't need anyone," are lonely. That doesn't have to be you ever. If you enjoyed that video, check out the next one right here. You can also click the link below right here for your free gift. The only thing you need to find love is a belief that you are lovable. Reprogram your subconscious mind for success. Remember, it has a job.